Hey guys, I'm going to go through this quickly because there's a lot of answers, a lot of questions. Sorry for the delay in the video and class link. Some of you couldn't get the video working, but here it is. Even myself, I couldn't even get in Canvas for quite a while. But here we go. Here's the test review. And here is example. This is the first question in the slideshow review. And it says, which point is a solution? This was not discussed yet because I was out, and so I'm just going to do it now. It's not going to be on the test, but it's something that you do need to know. So they have these dotted lines here, and that is an inequality that has been graphed. And they have the shaded area this way. I'm going to put these blue lines here to identify that. Actually, yeah. I'll just put these blue lines here like this. Okay? And then we see a second line, and it's a solid line. And that means they graphed another inequality, and it's shaded this way. So what I'm trying to say is the solution to this set of inequalities will be found in the area where they both overlap. So you can see red and blue here. And that's why it's darker. And now we need to figure out which point is a solution. Now we do know that if a point is on the dotted line, a dashed line, it is not part of the solution. If the point is on a solid line, it can be part of a solution. So let's see which one works. So we have x is 0, and y is 6. So we go 0, go up to 6, and that point won't work because it's on the dashed line. So that can't be 1. Over here we have a -3 and a +4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one is also, it's on the dashed line, but it's also on the solid line, so that cancels out. That won't work either. And we don't have the exact equations. We could build them, but we don't have time. That's not going to work either. It has to be just on the solid line, so it would have to be that part down. The next one is -4 and 3. 1, 2, 3. That is not even in the area, so that will not work. And the last one is x is 1, y is 0. And that is on the solid line, and so therefore that is the only one that will work. Let's look at the next one. The next slide is the same thing. So they have an equation that they graphed, and here's some of the lines from the dotted line. They also graphed another line that had a solid line, and we are looking in the area of here. Right in here. Anywhere in there where it's double. So they want to know if 0, 0 is a solution to the system. And since it's on the solid line, yes, it is. Let's look at the next one. Here's one more. And this one they did us a favor. The dotted line shaded like this, but they only shaded this part, and then the solid line shades like this, and they only shaded the part that we need because that is where we're going to look for our point, is in this area. So is -2 and 4 a solution to the system? So we have -2 and we go up to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's inside this area. So yes, it is a solution. That's a quick rundown on that. Now for the problems. A student is ordering a flower arrangement. I'm going to do this in pen so you can see this stuff better. I prefer pencil, but that's how it goes. A student is ordering a flower arrangement. She can choose any combination of roses and carnations for her flower arrangement, and she doesn't want to spend more than $30. If roses cost 3 each, so that can be our X, and carnations cost 2 each, that can be our Y, which inequality represents all possible combinations of roses and carnations. And that's what they did. Here's our x, here's our y. So they told us that. So we have 3x plus 2y, and they can spend, she does not want to spend more than $30. So she will spend up to $30, but not more than $30. So based on that, our inequality symbol will be less than or equal to, because she wants the price to be less than or equal to $30. So your answer is B. Next one. We have some baseball fans, and they're going to be buying tickets for seats in the lower deck and upper deck, or upper deck. The tickets for the lower deck are $42 each. So they're telling us X is going to be the lower deck and Y is going to be the upper deck. So we have 42X. Ticket prices for the upper deck are 75% of the cost of the tickets for the lower deck. So if these are $42, then we need to multiply by 0.75 to find out the cost. Let's do that now. Okay, and 42 times 0.75 gives me $31.50, and that's reasonable because the upper deck should be lower than the upper deck price should be cheaper than the lower deck price because you're further away. So we will add that 31.5y equals, or not equals, because we have an inequality. They want to purchase it for no more than $800. So they're going to spend $800 and they don't want to pay more than that. So this price of the tickets need to be less than or equal to $800. So that's the wrong number. That's the wrong number. And it looks like our answer is B. Yeah, because this is the wrong way. And it's not even right. It's not even greater than or equal to. Okay, on to the next one. So we have a drummer and a guitarist. So they're telling us the drummer is D and the guitarist is G. So they each wrote songs for their band. The guitarist wrote 8 fewer. So I'm going to put G equals 8 fewer than twice the number of songs than the drummer wrote. So we have 2D minus 8. That's what the guitarist would be. And then together, the guitarist plus the drummer wrote a total of 46 songs. So, okay, we have that here. We don't have it here, so it can't be H. We have it here. We have it, we don't have it here. And we have it here. G plus D equals 46. You can switch them too, so it can be that as well. And then we have G equals 2D minus 8, which is exactly what it says in the problem. So your answer is F. A.2 I example. We have the graph of these lines are shown. Which system of equations best represents this graph? Okay, step 1, you need to put these in y equals mx plus b form. And we're going to do that with the first one. So we have 3x minus y equals 2. Step 1, move the x. And that gives us negative y equals 2 minus 3x. We need to multiply everything by a negative 1 to switch the y if we can't have a negative y. Or you can divide everything by a negative 1, whatever you want, either one. All you're doing is switching the signs when you do that. I'll put that here in case you want to know why I did that. So this becomes y, this becomes a negative, and this becomes a positive. So, looking good here, let's look at the next one. And we have 4x plus 9y equals 36. Move the x. That gives me 9y equals 36 minus 4x. Divide everything by 9. That gives me y equals 4 minus 4 over 9x. So I'm going to solve this by hand quickly and then do it on the calculator. So I know my y-intercept is negative 2, and that happens to be right here. My slope, m, is 3 over 1, rise over run. So I'm going to rise 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go over 1. Rise 3, 1, 2, 3, go over 1. Works perfect. The next one, my y-intercept is 4. Good, this is a 4 as well. My slope is rise 4, run 9, and it's a negative slope. And this is a negative line, even better. So I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to run 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We see this works. To save time, we know it's F. I'm going to put it in the calculator so you can see me do that as well. I'm going to hit y equals, and I'm going to put in the first one, which is negative 2 plus 3x. And then I'm going to hit enter. Then I'm going to put in 4 minus 4 divided by 9x. I'm going to hit second trace 5. There's my lines. I'm going to hit enter, enter, enter. And, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't need to do that. I just needed to put in y equals, and I just need to hit graph, sorry. And it's the same thing. And it looks pretty similar, but we double checked it by doing it by hand. I did that. Okay, the next one. This is too much to read, so we will omit that one. Let's go to the next one. This one says you have a bag that contains 18 coins. You have quarters and dimes. The total value of the coins is $2.85. Which system of equations can be used to determine the number of quarters, Q, and the number of dimes, D, in a bag? Well, I know we have quarters plus dimes equals 18 of them. I already know that. And I've got that here. I don't have it here. I've got that here. And I don't have it here. And then for the cost, I know it's going to total $2.85. And I know a quarter is 0.25 cents plus 0.10 cents for the dimes. And I can see that this one, they have the quarter at 10 cents, so that's not right. This one, the quarter is 25 cents and the dime is 10. So your answer is H. Let's do the next one. Which graph best represents the solution set of this system? Y is less than or equal to negative 4x. Okay? So this one is telling us the slope is negative 4 over 1. So we need a negative slope. This is not a negative slope. This is not a negative slope. This one's going down and this one's going down. This one means the line needs to be solid, so therefore the answer is C. And just to check it, you can put it in here. Remember, you need to back up at y equals and make sure you change the shading. The shading for greater than or equal to looks like that. So I'm going to put greater than. And then for less than, the shading on the calculator would look like this, like that. And that's what we're looking for. This is how you get to that. You're going to hit y equals. Let me clear this out, go up, and clear this out. Now I'm going to tab over to this area here. And I'm going to hit enter until I get my less than picture, like that. Now I'm going to go back over and I'm going to put in negative 4x. Then I'm going to hit graph. And that's what we got. And that's what we picked. Remember, your calculator will not tell you if the line is solid or dashed. You have to know that by knowing your signs. If your sign is less than or equal to, it's dashed. If it is less than or greater than, it's dashed. Less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, it is solid. Okay? Here's the next one. Which ordered pair is in the solution set of this equation? Well, we can put it in the calculator and see where the solution set is, so we can hit y equals, and we see this is greater than, so we're looking for this type of shade over here. So I'm going to hit enter until that comes back up. There it is. I'm going to put my equation in. 1 divided by 3x plus 4. And I'm going to hit graph. Okay, so I know it's going to go up here and over. It looks like we know it's at the y-intercept is 4. And we can easily plot this because we know the slope is up 1 over 3. Up 1 over 3. Same way this way. Over, let's see. Down 1 over 3. Okay. And there's our line if we needed to draw it. Okay, I messed up here. 1, 2, right here. And then, thought that looked weird. So here's our line, and I'll go in and draw it real quick. And since it's greater than or equal to, we know our shading is at the top. So if these points are anywhere up here, you know which one it's going to be. So we have negative 6 and 1. That doesn't work. We have negative 1 and a positive 6, which looks great, and it's bigger than 4. We have 6 and negative 1. That doesn't work. And we also have 1 and negative 6. That doesn't work at all. This is the only one that works. And that was negative 1 and 6. Your answer is B. And if you wanted to double check it, you would just put it into this equation. By doing the following, you would just plug in y would be 6 is greater than or equal to 1/3 times negative 1 plus 4. And that would be 6 is greater than negative 1/3 plus 4. And since we're subtracting from 4, yes, we already know this is true.